The welcome April 4th meeting, 2022 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you all please join me in reciting the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm Barb Lewis, President. To my right is our Vice President, Jeff Benton. To my left, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill, and our Administrator, Tracy Davies, and our Deputy Administrator, Don Houston, and our clerks, Sarah DeNovo and Jennifer Walraven. We can begin.
Resolution number 22-236, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held March 31st, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 22-236. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today, so that brings us to item number 3, resolution number 22-237, in the matter of approving purchase orders and announced certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0401.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 22-237. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-238, in the matter of rescinding the Delaware County Commissioners' session rescheduling, for Monday, April 25th, 2022 to Tuesday, April 26th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 22-238. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-239, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 22-239. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-240, in the matter of approving supplemental appropriations and transfer of appropriations for the Clerk of Court's office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Natalie Fravel, Delaware County Clerk of Courts. After July 12th of this year, our IT department will no longer be able to upgrade CourtView. That is our case management system that we use in our legal division. The current version would still be supported, but we believe that an upgrade to the servers is necessary at this time. The last upgrade to the server was done in 2015, and historically, the clerk's office has paid for these upgrades. They also benefit juvenile and probate court as well. With this upgrade, 4 new licenses will need to be purchased for a total of a little over $25,000. I am requesting that the cost of this project be transferred from the Clerk's Title Administration Fund to the Delaware County's General Fund. I'd like to thank Jason Montgomery for all of his help and guidance in this project.
Okay, any questions? Discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 22-240. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Natalie.
Resolution number 22-241, in the matter of approving a contract by and between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Common Pleas Court General Division, the Common Pleas Court Domestic Relations Division, and the Electronic Specialty Company for maintenance and service for audiovisual equipment and systems.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kristen Schultz from the General Division and Court Administrator. We're asking you to approve this contract today. It's for a 3-year contract with Electronic Specialty. They are our audio-visual integrators for the entire courthouse. This is both General Division and Domestic Relations Division. It would cover 3 courtrooms, 6 hearing rooms, jury assembly rooms, child interview rooms, mediation rooms, and jury deliberation rooms. And by entering into the 3-year contract, we do get a slight discount.
Any questions? Further discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 22-241. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kristen.
Resolution number 22-242, in the matter of approving the maintenance service support agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Aviation Networks for the countywide microwave communication system.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Patrick Brandt, 911 Director for the county. What we have for you is a maintenance agreement with Aviation Communications. They're the ones who handle our microwave backbone, the data links between all the tower sites. We've used this vendor for numerous years and have no issues or concerns.
Okay, discussion?
Any cost change of substance or
I'm sorry, what was that?
the cost of,
The overall cost is $44,779.
consistent with the past? or-
Yes. This very minimal increase of what we had on our last multi-year contract with them.
Okay, vote?
We are on page 538. Vote on motion 22-242. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-243, in the matter of purchasing radios and related components for use in the countywide public safety communication system.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Patrick Brandt again. What we have for you today is buying Kenwood radios. I believe there's 16 of them in here we're purchasing from Kenwood Corporation. They are on state term contract, and they are also giving us a trade-in on our old radio equipment that we have. These radios will be placed in the sheriff cruisers.
Questions? Vote?
Vote on motion 22-243. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-244, in the matter of donating personal property to the city of Westerville.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. What we have for you is we're purchasing, or actually donating, old equipment we bought. These units are little square, almost like network switches, if you will, or patch boxes. You tie two radios together in them. We bought them back in 2008. I know at the time they were less than $1,000 because they're not even a fixed asset for us. We used them for many years out in the fire trucks. We took them out of service in late 18, early 2019. Westerville identified a need that they could possibly use them, and we're asking to donate them to them.
Okay. Questions? Vote?
Vote on motion 22-244. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Resolution number 22-245, in the matter of approving a professional services agreement with Environmental Design Group LLC for the project known as Dell 2024 Culverts, various culvert replacements.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Lee Bodnar, Administrator for the Engineers Office. Before you is a design agreement for the design of 5 culverts, box culverts, pipe culverts that are have various locations throughout the county, and to have these designs completed prior to the project, obviously, and then with those designs in hand, we'll be able to springboard into the contractor portion for bid when the funds are available for those projects. They're fairly large projects.
Okay, any questions? Vote?
Vote on motion 22-245. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-246, in the matter of an owner's agreement for Hyatt's Road widening at Hyatt's Meadows.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, Commissioners, before you for your consideration is a owner's agreement, and this really hones in on about a 1,500-foot span of Hyatt's Road to widen it that will tie into the future expansion of Hyatt's Road, which is down the way. This way, it will be done ahead of time at the developer's expense and not pushed onto the county funds.
Okay, any questions? Vote?
Vote on motion 22-246. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-247, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, Commissioners, before you for your consideration are 2 utility permits with nothing out of the ordinary to report.
Okay. Vote?
Vote on motion 22-247. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
We have a few items before we are permitted to start item number 14, but our Environmental Services Department does have another business item that we can address. Resolution number 22-248, in the matter of approving a proposal from MSD Environmental Services Incorporated for rental of a 3-belt 1.0 meter BTB trailer mounted belt press.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Eric McPeak, Deputy Director of Operations. We had a belt filter press at Allen Creek go down, and this dewaters our sludge so we can have it removed from the site before odors start to occur and things like that as we meet our permit. So we are renting one while that one gets fixed. We're waiting on parts, and service should be done hopefully within the month, but we would like to start moving biosolids soon.
Any questions? Vote.
Vote on motion 22-248. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Still have a few minutes, so if we would like to move on to administrator reports.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tracy Davies, County Administrator. Just wanted to report, happy to report that the Deputy County Administrator and I had a meeting last week with the Montrose Group to kick off our search for the Economic Development Director. It was a good conversation. We talked about how that search will move forward, the candidates we're looking for. They are going to be looking not only within the state of Ohio, but outside the state of Ohio. We had a good conversation about some of the people they may be specifically reaching out to. So we're looking forward to that. I don't know if there's anything you want to add?
No, nothing. Thank you.
That's all I have today.
All right. Commissioner Merrill.
I really don't have very much today, other than we do have a board meeting for 911 tomorrow. Other than that, that's it.
Commissioner Benton.
A couple things. We had a SEPCO annual meeting on Friday. That went well. Kind of a good news, bad news thing. SEPCO did lose $13 million last year. Most of that was because we reduced the premium because we have a very high amount of capital that has accumulated in SEPCO, so the board intentionally lowered the premiums charged to the counties by $10 million, which caused most of the loss. So, and just kind of in general, losses are trending higher, high cost claimants in particular, and specialty drugs. Those are kind of the areas where, where in general, SEPCO has experienced high claims. Delaware County specifically has had high claims the last couple of years, and we've had significant increases in our premiums over the last couple of years. So again, there's a whole bunch of things we're working on at the SEPCO board level and executive level to try to address that trend, but it is concerning. But SEPCO remains extremely well capitalized and with a good leadership team and so on. Got a DKMM board or budget committee meeting tomorrow, OCCO reception on Wednesday, Genoa Township Business Association Wednesday morning, our engineer Chris Bosman is speaking, so that'll be interesting to listen. It's always interesting to listen to what Chris has going on because he's got a lot going on. We've got the OSU extension lunch today, and finally a sports report for the weekend. Let's see. Well, this week is one of the best weeks in sports because you have Major League Baseball starting, you have the NCAA tournament final tonight, and you have the Masters starting Thursday. So it just doesn't get any better than this week. And then, I don't know if Jane's in the audience. I don't see Jane, but Jane's Villanova team lost on Saturday night in the
Badly.
semifinals. Yeah. So you might want to not go in Jane's office this morning. Just keep a wide berth at Jane's.
Oh, geez.
So anyway, that's all I got.
Okay. Speaking of Jane, we've gotten a number of questions regarding sawmill and curb cuts, and so I wondered if you both would be in agreement if I asked Jane to actually send a short email clarifying
That's
the position? Okay, great. I think she's already been working on something. Okay, thank you. I will ask her that. And I noticed front page of the business section on Sunday, actually Delaware County farmer, it's Farmer Glenn Harsh, was talking about the price spike increasing overhead costs by thousands of dollars. He was talking about a year ago, he paid $250 for a ton of nitrogen fertilizer. Today, he pays more than $600. And so we all feel inflation every day on different things, but I hadn't really thought about our farmers. So,
Yeah, it's a strange year for the farmers, last couple of years, really. I mean, the inputs are way up, the nitrogen, other fertilizers, the grain prices, but the commodity prices are way up too. So,
right.
I don't know if margins are increasing or margins are decreasing, but it's dramatic, both the prices of the crops as well as the inputs.
Right, right.
Well, it
Good point.
goes without saying, the policies at the national level are contributing to all this, and so,
Yes.
anyway.
Okay, well, we now can
Good-
begin
good
our
job.
hearing.
Resolution number 22-249, in the matter of opening the public hearing with respect to the proposed issuance by Franklin County of its revenue bonds pursuant to Chapter 140 Ohio Revised Code to finance and refinance hospital facilities for the benefit of Nationwide Children's Hospital located in Franklin County and Delaware County, and approving the issuance of the bonds pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. And welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Melissa Santiago, and I'm with Dinsmore and Scholl as bond counsel on this financing. I'm also here with Luke Brown, the CFO of Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Do we need to do a vote?
Oh, we can vote to open here, okay.
Yeah, we
Vote
need
on
to-
motion
sorry, we need to vote to open the hearing.
22-249. Mrs. Lewis?
Oh, sorry. Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Oh, please go ahead.
Thank
Sorry.
you. The resolution that we're asking the Commission to consider this morning authorizes Franklin County's issuance of its hospital facilities revenue refunding and improvement bonds for the benefit of Nationwide Children's Hospital in an amount not to exceed $500 million. Proceeds of the bonds will be used by Nationwide Children's Hospital to finance a new orthopedic and surgery center on its main campus, refund all or a portion of certain of the issuer's prior bonds, fund the termination of one or more interest rate hedge agreements, and pay certain costs of issuance of the bonds. It's anticipated that the bonds will be issued in 3 tax-exempt series, including 2 public offerings and 1 direct purchase. As you're aware, these are conduit bonds issued under Chapter 140 of the Ohio Revised Code, and all debt service on the bonds is payable solely by Nationwide Children's Hospital. Neither the commission nor the county would be liable for payment of debt service on the bonds. With respect to the parties involved in this transaction, the underwriting group for the Series A and Series B bonds consists of J.P. Morgan Securities and Loop Capital Markets. Squire Patton Boggs is serving as underwriters counsel, Voorhees as borrower counsel, bank counsel is Chapman and Cutler, the trustee is Huntington National Bank, Echo Financial Products is serving as financial advisor to the hospital, Huntington will be purchaser of the C bonds, and purchasers counsel is Benish. And with that general description of the project, I'll open it up to any questions you all might have.
Any questions?
I don't really have any questions. This is very common these days to refinance and prepay some of those previous bonds, so it's a kind of an expected transaction. And I just want to say thank you to Nationwide for the presence in Delaware County, the support
Yes.
that Nationwide gives to the residents of Delaware County as well as all of Central Ohio. It's a premier institution and provides great services to our youth, so glad to help support the bond refinancing. It certainly makes sense.
And just reinforce what you said, there's no risk to the county.
Correct.
Or taxpayers.
Correct.
Right. Thank you so much for what
Thank you.
Nationwide does. Do I close the hearing first?
We'll close the hearing, and then after we close the hearing, we'll vote on
Then we'll
motion
vote.
number 15, so.
Okay,
In the matter of closing the public hearing with respect to proposed issuance by Franklin County of its revenue bonds pursuant to Chapter 140 of Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second.
discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 22-250, Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 22-251, a resolution approving the potential issuance by the Franklin County of its revenue bonds pursuant to Chapter 140 Ohio Revised Code to finance and refinance hospital facilities for the benefit of Nationwide Children's Hospital located in Franklin County and Delaware County, and approving the issuance of the bonds pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 22-251. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
And we do have need for executive
We
session.
do.
And
Resolution number 22-252. In the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment of a public employee or public official to consider the sale of property at competitive bidding and for pending or imminent litigation.
So moved.
Second.
discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 22-252. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. We are now recessed into executive